Welcome back to Sales Insights with Sarah. This is the podcast for sales professionals and business leaders looking to implement new strategies and drive sales growth in their organisations. I'm your host, Sarah Downs, and my guests and I will be sharing with you some of our own experiences in business and sales insights to help you gain focus and take action. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Sales Insights with Sarah podcast. So today I'm going to talk about the importance of truly listening to your prospects and your clients, whether that be on the phone or face-to-face, or right now probably Zoom or Teams meetings actually. So this has come up really from a few coaching sessions that I've done with clients recently, where this is something that they have been struggling with. And it's something that if we're not great at it, it's probably fairly subconscious. And until we have that self-awareness, we're not going to change our habits. So what I mean is when you're on the phone or in a meeting or on Zoom with one of your prospects and you've maybe nailed, the art of asking powerful questions, but those questions are not really going to do much for you if you're not listening to the answers. Now, if you ask the question and you spend the next few minutes while your prospect's talking and answering your question, if you spend that time thinking about your next question or thinking about something clever you can come back and say to them, or thinking about how your next question may affect them, maybe there's an emotional connection there, then you're not truly listening to what their answer is. And if we don't really listen to the answer, we're going to miss out on so many opportunities to truly understand where your client is, where they want to be, which is what's going to help us with that more consultative selling approach. Being able to sell value, how do you really know what value proposition this client needs to hear if you're not listening? And also, we want to obviously pull this prospect through a pipeline. Now, you may use these questions to help qualify them out of your process, which is fine, but you're only going to know that if you're truly listening. But hopefully, you're going to be able to use these questions to pull them through the process to a close. Now, we're only going to be able to do that well and effectively if we are truly listening. I remember my grandmother saying to me when I was very young, Sarah, you've got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Excuse me. But often I think it's actually more a case of you've got 2 ears and 1 brain, because I'm not saying that any of you are likely interrupting and talking over your clients, but you're so busy talking to yourself in your own head that you're not truly listening. And I think there can be a number of reasons for this. It could be somebody with a lack of experience, maybe low confidence. Maybe they're struggling because they're speaking to a decision maker and that's panicking them because they're not used to that. It could be that they've had history with this particular client or person where they're just really stressing out. They want to do a good job. It could be a client that you feel that you already know quite well, and therefore you're just trying to cross-sell or upsell, but maybe you're not really listening because you feel like they're not going to tell you anything you don't already know. So I think this all comes back to self-awareness. On that next call that you do, especially those of you that have already mastered the art of, asking those questions, make sure that you're actually listening to the replies and use those to help you ask the next question and the next question until you have the information that you need to know that they are a qualified prospect, that you absolutely can add value to them and their business, and how you're going to have to message this to them to make them buy in and ideally close the sale. So hopefully that's been helpful. There's probably a wee bit of work to do there for everyone. And I would suggest that on your next call, you really think about, what did you do well? What did you do not so well? What could you improve in future? And if we can, continuously review ourselves, be self-aware and look for continuous improvements, then you'll absolutely nail it. So that's it for me today. Thanks everyone. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Sales Insights with Sarah podcast. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already so that you are notified of every new episode. If you could take a few minutes to leave a review, it would be greatly appreciated. See you next time.